What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Let's get this video started off with this clip from Bolot of this motorized scooter driving across the road at the worst time, but I gotta give it to this van. This guy manages to stop on a dime and avoids this guy. This has got to be one of the worst U-turns I have ever seen. Somehow they just managed to keep going with it and they just eat the center curb there. I just feel so sorry for their suspension. Nothing says I'm very distracted or I'm very drunk quite like driving into a parked car. Anonymous sent in this wild video of this pedestrian going for a ride on the top of this guy's hood. The thing that I love about this video is how chill both of these guys are afterwards. Everybody's amicable, everybody's respectful. Good way to interact. And then we got another clip of a pedestrian almost eating the front of this guy's car. It's just one of those things when you're turning left, you gotta be mindful of the A-pillar. So in this clip, this pedestrian is crossing the street, thinks everything's going well. Little does he know that he and this driver are not on the same page. It sucks that so many of us have never caused an accident, yet we pay the price when someone else makes a mistake. Nick sent in this wild overtake in New Westminster, which was absolutely terrifying because as you can see, this guy is just pinning it around that corner. And then another similar situation sent in by James. I guess people aren't reading their driving manuals anymore where it says, don't overtake around a corner. It seems like drivers will do whatever it takes just to shave a few seconds off of their commute. Man, you think with all these signs and arrows that people would figure out which way to go around the roundabout, but every day I am just proven wrong. When you put on your turn signal, close your eyes, and then just hope for the best. This driver in the silver car sees two vehicles pass in front of him, yet still doesn't predict another vehicle coming down that lane. I bet you anything that the police are in Oliver's rearview mirror. The level of audacity in this video is just off the charts. I mean, this driver can see Stefano coming and they still try and go for this U-turn, and this road is so narrow you can't even do a U-turn properly here anyways, but that doesn't even stop them. It's almost laughable in this video how badly this person wants to get to the Queen's Cross pub. This video is confusing to me because if they didn't notice the red light, how did they not notice all the other vehicles driving around them as they're running the red light? I bet you this guy genuinely thinks he can drive like Max Verstappen even though he's in a minivan. The funny thing here is that if this vehicle hit the cyclist, ICBC would still find the driver at fault.
That's a pretty good Uber driver, if you're asking me. That's a great Uber driver, man. Primo, right on the sidewalk. Right in front of a bank, like literally on the sidewalk.
Before I continue on with this video, I want to thank this video's sponsor, Atlas Driving School. For those of you who haven't heard of Atlas Driving School, they're one of Vancouver's largest driving schools with locations all over the Lower Mainland. Plus, just for watching Vancouver's Worst Drivers, you can get 10% off all of their driving packages. So if you or somebody you know is looking for driving lessons, be sure to check out Atlas Driving School. All their information is in the description of this video and also the promo code for 10% off all of their driving packages. So be sure to check them out. Summer is a great time to get driving lessons in. And again, a huge thank you to Atlas Driving School for sponsoring this video and supporting this channel. Alright, so let's get back to the video with this clip from Bolot. Looks to me like this Evo driver cut off this Mazda, and for whatever reason, both of them are pissed off The thing is for this Mazda driver is that he's got to realize that this Evo driver does not care about his vehicle whatsoever. One person runs a red light, the other doesn't wait for the traffic to stop before turning. Who do you think's at fault here? This video was taken in Port Coquitlam, and at this moment right here, had this person just glanced left, they would have saved a few $1,000s. How did this person driving on the shoulder not think that maybe one of these cars in this line was going to turn right at Willingdon Avenue? I think this kid crossing the street just realized how bad drivers are in Vancouver. So keep your eye on the right-hand side of the screen with this black SUV. This guy does a U-turn right in the middle of an intersection with 4 stop signs here. I guess Violet doesn't know what he's doing, which seems to piss him off, as you can see in a second here. And I just don't understand why people do these kind of moves and then expect other people to know what they're doing. So in these kind of videos, do you think that these drivers turning left notice vehicles in these lanes and go for it anyways? Or do you think that they just don't notice and they just try their best to make it? How this driver thought that they could thread the needle here and make it without possibly getting in an accident is just beyond me. And then a similar situation happened to Martin here. This time, this guy decided to get angry at Martin because how dare he go straight when he's trying to turn left. This driver on the right had all the time in the world to either go straight or turn left, which is kind of weird because they have their left turn signal on. And then they decide to go right as they have a red light. I guess this driver had no idea why all the people were lined up on the right-hand side there. As much as I dislike Tesla dashcams, I do like this side angle, especially when people are driving right into the side of your car. Miraculously, there was no damage apparently, which I guess is lucky for both people involved. And then next, Marina sent in this clip of this driver cutting her off blatantly as she's trying to go straight. I mean, how did they think that this would be okay? This is a learning opportunity, folks. A, you have to yield to people, and B, you can't cross over solid white lines. This driver was so worried about being polite and waving and thanking this other driver, they totally forgot that Martin might be in that lane. Let me know in the comment section below who you're siding with in this situation. All I can say for this one is it is a good thing that this white SUV is expecting the unexpected, because you just don't know when people are going to do some crazy things. LJ sent in another video like this where this driver just runs right through the stop sign, and man, those videos are so terrifying to me because of what could happen. I know this video has nothing to do with driving, but I just love these kind of videos, and what's scary as well is one day this kid is going to be sharing the road with us. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you could do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up and subscribe, that would mean the world to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.